buy you old cocaine. Whew. Mike's music method. This one's called Cocaine Blue by Tom Van Zandt. We're gonna do it. We're getting into it. Mike's music. Let's do it. I've been practicing. We're working on the song. We're gonna do great at it. We're gonna do great. It's gonna be a good song. Tom Van Zandt. He's a good player. He's been playing a long time. He's one of my favorite artists. You guys are gonna like this song. We're literally gonna have a good time. Let's do Mike music lesson. You're gonna have so much fun. It's gonna be the best. It's gonna be a great lesson. Okay. The Cocaine Blues. Towns. He plays this one live in Houston, the Old Quarter. I really like this record. I like this record a lot. It's a good version. It's hard. Town says this is the first song he's ever learned to fingerpick. He's lying. This is a hard song. This is not the first song he ever learned to fingerpick. It's called Cocaine Blue. It's called Cocaine Blues. And it's a good song. Let's get into it. Capo 4th fret. First measure. C chord, I am pinching 5th string and 2nd string. It's first move. Second move is to pinch the 3rd string and the 1st string, but my pinky's actually down on the 3rd fret. So it's a C with the pinky down, 3rd fret on the 1st string. And I'm pinching 3rd string and 1st. So I got pinch 5 and 2, pinch 3 and 1. And then my index finger hits the 2nd string there, gets to get the 1st fret. So it's 1, 2, and 1, 2, and pinch, 2nd string. That's the first half of the measure. The second half, we pinch 5 and 1. I'm doing my thumb in my middle. Again, my pinky's still down. And right away, you get the and again on the high E string. So it's 3 and then the thumb is alone on 4. Sorry, the 4th beat, but it's the G string, the 3rd string. Pinch, high string alone, 3rd string alone. So together. This part's a little tricky. So the 3rd string should be ringing from the previous measure. And we hammer into an E7 chord. So when that string's ringing, and I'm just going to hammer down these 3 fingers, but the one that's sounding is the 3rd string. That's the one that's really getting hammered. Right, it's played from the previous measure. Now I'm hammering down while also hitting the 6th string open. So it's going to sound like that. We have this ringing out, I hammer down the E chord, at the same time I hit open on the 6th string. So then, but once that hammer happens, it's just 6th string, 1st string, 4th string with my thumb, 2nd string, my pinky's down. So the strings are 6, 1, 4, 2, 6, 1, 4, 2. It's the first half of that measure. So that's ringing, hammer on, 6, 1, 4, 2. Second half of the measure is 6. Then I lift my ring finger here, so the 4th string is sounding open. Then I have to lift my pinky to get the 2nd string open. So the second half of that measure is pretty easy. It's just open, open, open. I mean, I guess you could lift them all up, but you don't really want to because some of the other notes are still ringing out and giving some nice tone there. So that whole measure together, this 3rd string is ringing from the 1st measure. I hammer and play the 6th string at the same time. Again. First 2 measures together. 2, 3, 4. Again, 3, 4.
This song's way better in fast forward.
Third measure is an F chord, but again, we have this second string ringing from the previous measure. And he hammers into it. So you're going to hear that hammer on 1 to 3. But again, I'm hammering this whole F chord, 1, 2, 3, on the second, third, and fourth string. And then hitting my thumb at the same time as the hammer. So second string is ringing, and you hammer on. And when you hammer, you also hit the sixth string at the same time. So you're sounding this and this at the same time. But I hammer the whole chord just so I'm prepared. Let's look at that whole thing. Let's ignore the hammer-on for a second. So we have that. Then thumb alone. Then the index finger, I lift that second finger up. And then when I play the thumb on the sixth string, I hammer it down onto that too. Very confusing, huh? Go through it really slow. I mean, I can't really explain it slower. So just get those little tidbits, right? Make sure you've got that hammer on first, right? This is ringing from the previous measure, hammering into that F chord. That in and of itself coming from that E, whatever it is, right? That might be hard enough just to transition into that hammer. So here's the whole measure of F. So we got the hammer, thumb alone. Then I do that third string open. I'm lifting that finger. Then when I play the thumb, I'm hammering that one right back down onto 2. Then it's index on the second string, thumb alone on the fourth, melody notes on the third. Again. Fourth measure, thankfully no crazy weird hammer-ons, just some fun little bends. So it's an F chord, still. I'm going to pinch 6 and 2 at the same time. And then my pinky immediately goes down to the third fret of the second string. And then it's the thumb alone. Then right back to the first fret on the second string. So that's our melody. 1, 3, 1, 1, 3, 1. And the beats are 1 and 2 and. It's the first half of it. Pinch, one more time, pinch 6 and 2, pinky down on the second string, thumb alone on the fourth, lift the pinky, second string melody note. Second half of this measure, oops, sorry. I'm kind of learning it as we go here because there's always ways to play it smoother. So we've got 6, melody note on the third string. But then this fourth string is open. And then the melody note's open on the third string. So it ends open, open. But what I was working on there is staggering when you're lifting those fingers. To have each note kind of ring out as long as it can from the previous measures when you hit it. I keep messing up. Weird idea. 6, 3, open 4, open 3. Right, it's getting that timing of the left hand stagger. I guess you could lift them all early, but you kind of hear that lift. Doesn't sound quite as clean as this. Kind of see that difference there, hear that subtle difference. Maybe I'm geeking out, maybe not. Practice it how you want to. Obviously, the smoother way is also more difficult. So you pick. Here we've got measures 3 and 4 together, coming out with that string was ringing open because we hammer here. I'm realizing I didn't tell you there's a slight bend there on that fourth measure. When you put the pinky down. Bends it a little bit to give it that cool attitude. So for measure 3 without the hammer on, 2, 3, 4. measure is a C chord. So here's weird. I mean, it's a C chord, but you don't have to put that first finger down because you never play it until it's open. And it's not ringing from the previous measure, I don't think. So we've got that. So a C chord with our pinky down, 3rd fret, 1st string, no need for the first finger. And we have 5, 4, and is on the 3rd string. 5, 4, 3rd string. Then thumb back to 5. Then you hit the and on the 1st string. So the beginning was 1, 2, and 1, 2, and. Second half is 3 and top string there. 5 first. Then our thumb goes to the 3rd string instead of the 4th. 3rd, and then index is playing open on the 2nd string. That's the ending. So it's sorry. 5, 1, 3, 2. Next measure is really cool and pretty. We have a G7 chord. We just need this G and the F on top, 1st fret. And then our pinky's on the D, 3rd fret of the 2nd string. So those are the notes we're fretting. And the thumb is going from 6 to 3. Big stretch there, right? But the beginning is very cool. Let's listen to the measure. We have a triplet here at the top. A pitch to you. Anyone with the means, please consider donating the value for value model. I put a lot of time into these videos, so please, if you got the means, throw a couple bucks to my PayPal or sub to the Patreon. That way, this whole community gets value from your contribution, right? One guy could donate, give me some time to do these lessons, and then thousands of people can get the education. It's a beautiful model, the value for value model. You guys should support it. It's wonderful. And I've reached the point, actually like a month ago I've reached this point. This is mind-blowing to me. I now have more minutes watched every month than there are minutes in a month. That means if I spread it out evenly, I know that's not how it works, but if it was spread out evenly over a month, all the watch time, every second, like right now, of every day, someone would be watching these teeth. Look at the crooked teeth. See it? See how crooked they are? Every minute of every day, you rest assured, every single second of every day, someone's admiring these teeth. Every second of every day. So give me money is what I'm saying. Give me money, because you know you're admiring my teeth. I think that's what I was trying to get to. I need more of this stuff. If you're not used to a triplet pattern, practice that a few times. So for every beat, triplet, 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 chocolate, chocolate. And I'm playing 6th string, 2nd, 1st. Then your thumb's alone on the 3rd string. I would just practice that triplet, 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 triplet. Just to get that rhythmic feel in your head, because to go from like regular rhythm and then all of a sudden have a triplet with that right hand can be tricky if you haven't done it before. Triplet, 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 triplet. I'm saying it on that other beat just to get it in my head. Da, 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 da. So that's the first half of the measure. Oh, actually we got this beat there. Triplet, triplet, 2, and. So it's after that thumb on the 3rd string, I'm lifting my 1st finger and playing open on the 1st string. But it's slower because that's just 2 and, triplet, 2 and. Second half of the measure, 6th string, 2nd, 3rd string with the thumb, 2nd string again, but you lift the pinky to get the 1st fret. Move the pinky to the 1st fret. 3 and 4 and 3 and 4 and. So the whole measure together. measures 5 and 6. How many 6? This many? Together? 2, 3, 4. 2, 3, 4. Two more measures to go. 2 more measures to go. All right, 7th measure of the song, we're on a C chord. It starts really simple. Oh, sorry, pinky's down, 3rd fret of the 2nd string. And we have 5, 1st, 3rd, 2nd. Thumb and thumb and. Second half of the measure is we lift our pinky to make the 1st fret there, and it's 5, 1 on that 2nd string. Then thumbs alone on the 3rd string. Then he's brushing up with his 1st finger, hitting the 2nd and the 3rd string. He's hitting more than one note there, giving it more of a chord flavor with that 1st finger. So that whole measure. Be careful as to when you lift the pinky. Here we lift it right at the last second possible to make sure that 3 to 1 is nice and smooth. Pinky lift. The last measure. Here's another very beautiful measure. We've got a G chord, and what's happening here, we have another triplet. So the beginning starts 1 and normal rhythm, 6 to 1, and they're both the 3rd fret. Here's the triplet pattern though. So I'm doing open with my thumb on the 3rd string, open on the 2nd string, open with my middle finger on the 1st string, but then you hammer after the triplet. Triplet, 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 triplet. Sorry, that was not smooth at all. And that's another tricky part too. I'm not lifting the pinky here until I'm playing the top string again. So I'm letting that pinky ring right there. I don't lift it here. I lift it here to get the hammer on. Now, when you do that hammer on though, we also need to hit the 6th string. Makes it a little trickier. I'm going back to that 6th string. So it's a compound movement. When I hammer onto the 1st fret, I'm also sounding the 6th string with my thumb. Then it ends, pinky's down on the 2nd string, 3rd fret, thumbs alone on the 3rd string, lift your pinky to the 1st fret, index finger. So the ending after that hammer on part, it's just 2nd, 3rd, 1st. Sorry, 2nd, 3rd, 2nd, but it's 3rd fret, 1st fret. Measure 7 and 8 together. 2, 3, 4. A little slower. 2, 3, 4. It's just diatomaceous earth. Don't worry, it's harmless, you can eat it. It's actually great. You sprinkle it around areas of your house where there's ants or bugs. We used it in our garden near your cat litter box. And it kills the bugs with exoskeletons. It's just diatomaceous earth. That's all that it is. Whole thing from the top, nice and slow. We're gonna do it. We're gonna nail it. 2, 3, 4. Whoops. I didn't lift, you probably didn't catch it, but on that E7, this finger gets lifted. I didn't play it. I played it as a second fret instead of open. But you know what? I don't know. If you couldn't tell, you couldn't tell. So this is one of these moments where you can obsess on a song, or you can be a little more relaxed and let something slide. Let's do it again from the top, though. 2, 3, 4. That time, instead of doing 5, 3, 5, 3 on the 7th measure, I did 5, 3, 5, 4. Oh geez, even Mike and his music method make mistakes, even when he's all rubbing his nose. Too much nose rubbing going on here. Whew. Mike's music method. This one's called Cocaine Blue by Tom Van Zandt. We're gonna do it. We're getting into it. Mike's music method.